That's what we agreed now. Eh? No, see, wait now. We can't have a collective agreement and you go and do something. We have a collective agreement of the sequence, how they will come into the scene. What we're now waiting for, okay, now when they want to start talking, what will they say? That's where we are now. Eh? At least we're on the same page now. John is there, his phone is ringing, he's not picking it. Then Matthew comes in to say, why are you not picking it? No, I said Matthew. I said because in the Bible, there's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Matthew is the first. Eh? What do you have? Wait first now. John, what do you have? Is ringing. No, we say he doesn't pick it. We didn't say he pick it. We see it, but he doesn't pick it. Exactly. Matthew comes in, not Mark. No, you said Mark. Let's calm down. No, who said Mark? He said Mark. He said John, then Matthew now. I mean Mark. Sorry, who is the first person that comes in according to you? Matthew comes to John. In your own stuff, why is it? Okay, calm down. Okay, so we have John is there, his phone is ringing. Matthew comes to meet him. Abi? Then Mark will come. Luke is the last person to get there. So that's settled. We are not supposed to be having this argument. But now, what is the dialogue when they all sit together? What does Matthew say to John when he comes there? And what is the next line? Or what's the next line? That's what we are doing. So what's the first line? Well, that's good, but it's not drawing reference to the phone that is ringing that he's not picking.
My brother John, what's happening? Why do you not pick that?
That's too mouthy, too many words. Oh boy, you will take that call. If you say, oh boy, you will take that call, it should be like he's used to him not picking his call. Is that the message you're passing? No. See, just get me wrong, get me right. Every word has implication. You understand? When you say you go take that call, it comes to me as if he's used to not picking his call, so this one is urging him to take it now. Okay. Yeah, but like you say, you go take that call. It's more like it's something like an authority giving him because he knows he doesn't want to. So he has to come from a place not picking the call. That's it. That's what we're trying to get. Okay. No. All those things. Those are theater things. Joe, my good friend, this one you are sitting here today. Hey, let's not go there. Oh, you're not here from her. Yeah, you call me. Yeah. I need something that you see. Hold on. It is the first word we hear in the film. That's why I'm very finicky about it. It has to be strong, and it has to be natural. You understand? It has to be natural, but not in a way that is too generic, that does not resemble what we hear in everyday things. See, when you go pick this call, I hear it every time. This one when you pick your call, I hear it every time. You know what I'm trying to say? What's that one said just now? John, my good friend, that's a no. John, my good friend, I know it's a good friend. When you come to tell me it's a good friend. John, my good friend, like oh my yesterday. There was a man. What was your first line, Mrs.? I need a strong line. I just need a punchy line that sets the tone for the whole movie. Why didn't you answer your wife? Oh, we know he's not answering the call. Don't tell us the obvious. We know he's not answering. I've been at the quarrel. You want to say that you have told the whole story. You be like those way they put music of him. Be welcome to be the husband. For one man, for me, wife, come the picture of them. You just end the thing because you don't know the story. What's your first line? You don't chop banana. Oh boy, not your phone, they ring. Oh, that sounds like what guys can tell you. But not your phone, they ring. It's the same thing. It's the same implication. John, you are looking good. You are looking gloomy. No, you can see looking gloomy. See, hold on. See, it's not just because someone can just say this thing. Fame is an art form. You have to treat it as art. So there's a sentiment that your first line and every other line has on the viewers. I hope there's no problem. You're already preempting. Don't preempt the name. Can we think, okay, do we think that it can even work if it doesn't say a line? Now let's leave dialogue. Think of an action that will work. What action will work? Action, without saying it. Let's use action now. Because we've not gotten word. Let's use action now. Which action will work? You're not disturbed and he comes away in the high to disturb me. Let's use an action now. So now let's put a hold on words. Let's use action now. See, perhaps an action will work better than a word. You see what I'm doing? Sometimes an action works better than a word in a scene. So now we try to look at words. We've not gotten one. Let's try an action. Which action? That's making some sense. So the phone is ringing. Matthew comes. You expect him to tell John something, but he looks at John. He sits down, and it's why is he not saying anything to John? Does he know why John is not picking the phone? Is there something he knows? Why is he so calm about it? So there's a question there, Abi? He didn't say a word. So where does that lead us to? John is still not picking his phone. Matthew is sitting down there. What do you think Matthew will do? Based on all the questions we ask now, what do you think Matthew will do? Should we go towards Matthew knows John has been avoiding his wife's call because he knows it's his wife. He knows. So why is he not telling him that? Is he afraid that he might spark a quarrel if he mentions it? After all, John doesn't want to pick the phone. So telling him would be like nagging to him, Abi. Could that be why he's not saying? So let us not always overlook the thing we've been saying. Always ask the questions because the questions will help us move forward. So now we've asked 2 questions. Now help us.
Okay, he comes in. He sees John not taking his call. He looks at John. He looks at the phone ringing, and then he sees John throws his face away. He takes the phone and then stretches it towards John. And John grins and like, take it off. And then he walks off. And then he's wondering why.
It's not walking off. We're stating all our actions there. I like what you said. So let me decide on something now. But we need to make decisions. John's phone is ringing. Matthew comes, looks at him, sits down, doesn't say a word. He's looking. The phone is ringing. We have to show on Matthew's expression that this ringing, I beg, pick your phone. Matthew is pissed off. He ends the call. He doesn't talk to John. He just ends the call. You see? He just ends the call. John no one pick am. I don't want to tell John anything. I don't want trouble. I just end am. Of course, John no will call and say end the call because John no one pick the call. So something is going on there. Be good. So we've gotten one way now. So combine John coming in and sitting down with John hanging up the call on the Matthew coming in and Matthew hanging up the call on behalf of John. So first thing now, we've had 2 strong actions without any dialogue. I'm still waiting to talk about it. That sounds good. But let's look for more ideas. If we don't get something better, I can live with you and talk about it. But let's go on.
These guys are welders. What's their class structure?
Okay, now it's for all of us to decide. I'm not the one telling all the story, we're all telling stories. So the question is, what's their class? Are they middle class guys? Are they uneducated guys or anything? Let's make them educated guys, right? Why would we want to make them educated guys? Because they are educated. Someone help me out. Okay, the question is, why will guys who are educated end up being welders? Is unemployment real in this country? Why is what's your name again? Ferdinand. Why is Ferdinand here behind the camera and not pressing computers in G-boy? Because that's what every young boy is doing. You understand what I'm saying? Why? He wants something. He knows what he wants. Why will those guys settle for welding when they have a degree? They don't have a job, but they would rather not sit at home doing nothing. They will do anything to feed their families. So making them educated gives our story more depth, trust me. Because it's already punctuating a societal issue that affected those men that placed them in that situation. So as much as because there is the fact that, look, there's a PhD holder who's a cleaner at the hospital. Real life. Where my wife works, is a PhD holder, is a cleaner. Condition make the fish burn. So these are real issues that happen in society. So you put it there, you've just given yourself the opportunity to highlight another societal issue. Because don't forget what we are doing here, we're making film for social change. You got it down, right? So, based on your question, they are educated. They are all educated.
But I feel that even as educated as they are, in the workshop where they are, judging from the way it is, the way the workshop is, they will not be speaking Queen's English.
Yeah, we didn't say they are speaking Queen's English. Oh boy, you don't pick your call. That's not what he spoke. I said this, you are mirroring what he said. And that's why I didn't find the problem with him saying, oh boy, you don't pick your call. They're just normal guys. Like, they're not trying to speak big English. Boy, you don't pick your call. We subtitle it. You know what I'm trying to say. So I think we've agreed. They are middle class guys, educated guys who have been pushed into this situation because of unemployment. And so let's even make it better. Let's agree that that welding shop, that shop belongs to the four of them. They all came together to establish it, so it's their business. So now that we've agreed on this, let's go back to the beginning. Now look, they flog person for beginning. Now look, they punish. That's why he's the last to get to where they are. So we see someone welding, and then boys who are being punished is Luke doing the punishment. Then we see John, then Matthew comes to meet John, then Mark will come, then Luke will join them after punishing the boys. So now we are talking about staging and blocking now all of a sudden. So you see it works, Abby? Good. So let's continue. So he sits down. So who's writing this down though? So Matthew comes, sits down beside John. He doesn't say a word. The phone continues to ring till Matthew hangs up the phone. John still doesn't say a word. And since we've not gotten a better line, she said, do you want to talk about it? Let's put that in a normal language that guys will use with each other. Let's leave that pidgin English. You want to talk? Now what do you want to talk about? Is there a better way? Do you want to talk about it? Is there a better pidgin English way you can phrase it in? You get what you using? What they play? What they saw? I like what they saw. I like what they saw. What they saw. Now let me ask the question, because like I said, we are doing both blocking and staging at the same time now. What did they saw? Is he looking at John or is he not looking at John? Let him not look at John. Because he knows probably John doesn't want to talk about it. You are a guy. I can call us now to come and do it in real life here now. When you want to talk to a guy who doesn't want to talk, when they talk, you know they look at you, they always say ego. When you don't talk, which one stays before you look at? Because you know what I mean, be like saying they try to talk by force. So let's say not care. But guys, what will happen now? I don't see you yesterday, how they be? If the guy not to talk, you will bone. If the guy goes to say, you know, I started to call yesterday, let's go and jam my mouth, you want to say, man, person jam. It's not like that's how it works in real life. When you are talking to your guy who you know doesn't want to talk, you don't turn immediately. You wan give am space make e dey comfortable till he don enter the conversation well before you really come face am dey talk. It happens in real life. I don't know, you understand what I'm saying? So that's why as we dey be looking at John, no, so we have to now choose the point where John responds well enough for him to want to look at him. But let us save that moment for when John drops the bomb. And we are going there. So wetin dey sup? Let me give my own suggestion. Wetin dey sup? There is silence. And why I'm saying there is silence, one thing everybody should realize is that a very important part of storytelling is silence. Silence is one of the key ingredients to very emotional storytelling. But a lot of people don't know. They feel like people should be talking all the time. There are times when people are silent. When they are not talking, you are doing the thinking in your head, what's going on. So it's the apprehension is more. Wetin dey sup? So who's writing the screenplay? Matthew goes wetin dey sup, looking away from John and staring straight ahead. John doesn't respond, and Matthew holds his peace, waiting for John to say something. As they are waiting, Mark barges into the setting and sits down with his Pepsi and bread. So Mark don show now. So now when Mark show, the question now be say, if you be Mark, you dey wonder why two of them sit down wey dey no dey talk? Yes or no? If you were Mark, you be wondering why your two guys are sitting and they are not talking to each other. You wonder, sir. So what's the next thing Mark will say? Which one of na just sit down and una dey fight? Wetin dey happen na dey fight? You understand? Wetin dey happen na dey fight? This one wey. Or you know that way they talk say when every require dem say angel just pass. Angel just pass. I think that's an angel just pass. People wey no go know relax. You understand? Those things are called subtext. 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 Angel just pass. There are things you put that a certain caliber of people will understand. It will help them drive the story forward because you just put something that is angel just pass. I know I talk about because everywhere quiet. You understand? So Mark comes and sits down, looks at them, so everywhere quiet like this, angel just pass. You don't understand? Or you can just go angel just pass. You know, but you want him to be a talkative. So one thing we've not done is because we don't have time. But one thing you must always do, guys, let's get together please. One of the things we should have done from the onset, the moment we defined our characters, was to create what we call the character Bible. But we don't have so much time, so we'll be creating the Bible as we're going along. After all, now, Bible. After all of us write the story, have you? So, let's make Mark the talkative type. So his temperament should be sanguine. If you are putting his temperament, it's sanguine. So he has to have some attribute of a choleric in him. But again, because he's someone who doesn't speak too much, that's a lot of melancholy there as well. So he's a melancholic choleric. So that's John. So John is a guy who's intelligent and he knows how to hold situations together, but he is not given to too many words. And he's kind of introverted. So we are creating the story and we are developing our character Bible on the go. So, sir? John. I said he's melancholic choleric. So he's someone who is in control, who knows how to hold the situation together, but he's not given to too many words. He likes he's reclusive, he's an introvert, but he's very intelligent and he's a great leader. So let's move on. So that means now that we know John's temperament and Mark's temperament, we've defined those two. We know the kind of things they can do and say and the kind of things they should never do and say because we've defined their characters. You understand? So that means there's no point in this story where we suddenly make John the talkative because that is not his temperament that we've created for him. Meanwhile, Mark, who we've made the sanguine guy who talks a lot, will continue being the talkative throughout this conversation. But you know, there is a point that will come when all of them finally realize, say, all our wives they beat us. Even your temperament don't let you be talk next again. You understand? You see how even playing around the people's temperament with your storytelling helps the story to be deeper. Okay, so we've defined John and Mark's temperament. Matthew is a matured guy. Abi? So we'll make him phlegmatic. He's a matured guy, he has charisma, but he doesn't like too much confrontation and all that. Yeah, he's phlegmatic. That's Matthew. So Matthew is phlegmatic. So Luke is sanguine too. He's a choleric sanguine. He's a leader and a noisy guy too. So when we say this person, we're going to this already. Good. So we've locked our character Bible for all of them now. So please, who can tell me the temperament of John? He's a melancholy choleric. Good. What about Matthew? Matthew is phlegmatic. Okay, what about Mark? What is his temperament? No, they are not the same one. Mark. No. Sanguine what?
Mark is sanguine.
He's just sanguine. Good. What about Luke? He's choleric sanguine. Good. So it's very important that we know the difference of what. When you guys get back, you can go and do some research and all these things. It's good to understand how these temperaments work, but it helps with character development. If not, you won't know. You will not be doing characters that you cannot tell. They are inconsistent throughout the movie. Yeah.
Characterization is supposed to come before all of this dialogue thing, Abi.
I told you that this is something we should have done, but because we are developing on the go, but because it's all of us doing it, let's still do it now. That's how we just did it. So once you come up with your story and you know your characters, you need to create their Bible and define them. But we didn't do it because we're trying to rush. But now that we're here and we want to write dialogue, but we need our dialogues to reflect the personalities of these people. So we are now forced to do what we didn't do, which is to define their temperaments, which is why we just did it now. But in terms of sequencing, the moment you know the story idea and you know the characters, you need to define their characterization, their temperaments. Right? So it's a valid question. Okay. So we are now at the point where Matthew comes and is not saying much. Then Mark comes with his coke and whatever, being his normal sanguine self, and he's the one that's this is why we require like this way, man. Angel just pass and he will laugh. Everybody will look at him. Then the last person to join, he will sit down. Hey, no one talk now, something like they chop a bread, they drink a coke. Then who will join next is Luke. How do we bring Luke into the picture? Let's find a way that is not just normal. I say just come like that. Tell me guys, this is easy. Luke was flogging somebody. This is my club. He was flogging somebody. What should we do? Yes, or maybe as he flogged them, the boy just stand up and he go pursue the boy past them. As he goes, there's two people about catch you first, you come past, don't sit down with the guys. So now we brought that action from the beginning to introduce him back to now where he sits down. You understand? So Luke comes and they sit down. Now she is about to go there. Do you think John should just start straight up and stop talking about this problem? How should we do it in such a way that when John throws that line in, everybody, even the viewers, is shocked? I want both the viewers and his friends to be shocked at the same time. How do we do that? Let the guys be talking about something trivial, maybe football. The guys talk about another thing. But as they are talking, the only person who's not contributing is John, because he's thinking. Maybe I don't talk, don't get excited, just drop my wife, they beat me. Everybody just shut up. You see? So he's using that line to quieten the whole excitement that they had before. That shock value. So what do you think the guys should be talking about? Find something that guys talk about. It's always football. It's always football. It's politics, I mean. Let's not go into politics. No, let's go football. Or what else? These are men who are so educated but they are jobless and they come together to start a shop. Not the bill they worry, they don't think of bill. You understand? First class is good. First class is good. First class is good. So, let me show you guys another way of doing story development, real life situation. Bello, those are guys. Are you guys really busy? Can you spare me just 2 minutes each, I beg? Just 2 minutes, I'll free you again. More than show. Sometimes when I'm writing realistic scenes that I want to feel very natural, this is why I do. Guys, come. Hold this mic. Forget say we dey here. You hold this mic. So you come, join them. So wetin I want more than dey talk Muna tell you talk about this first class. Anything wey you don hear, the one wey don happen to you, don help your friend, how it affect you, how you dey charge your phone, anything at all, Muna tell you talk.
Guys, imagine the dose. Anything they do, just do your short hand. Let's go.
Yeah, fun.
I did. I did, Rafa.
I was alright. So this way, my time again. Tire me. I see him now.
Everybody tired. As every day, safe. My motor don spoil now.
Cause of way bad for Abi.
Well.
Let's talk. Jeremiah, how you see this way, matter now? Yeah, that's it. The other day, last night, yes, I'm going back for I see for a bag. I hear what guy, I hear me, for we still be back for 5 minutes 4 hour gallon. Now 5 cases, not 4 hour gallon.
You know what happens? They don't bring what they sell for 4-5. How will you be so you talk about for a nonsense guy? You guys make it that realistic.
How you say this thing? I'm off where I do. Everywhere get as it be. I say not tell me as in I say. You're off way after it. No. 11 o'clock. Where don't finish your day. Oh, it's not funny. If you woman they see you run by herself, kill let you stay.
If you say yes, na so I waka from Washington, reach Aduawa. I almost die. Meanwhile, I need to reach work by 7 o'clock today. The matter said don't tire me self. So this real nice situations. Go on to say. So I'm giving you guys this chance now. You guys are informing the dialogue in this thing. So you are superstars. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, make it realistic. I'm gonna like that. Yeah, not fair. On a fair football. No.
Okay. Can you imagine say the police station where they name my junction? As I reach there, I see queue, guys, I see people. Before I come out for there, I reach there. Let me say, I reach that place 7 o'clock. Before I come out there to there, guy, you see queue every day. You're all good now. You go see for you see queue. Me see you a bad for it. If I go see the queue, try my meal still. So far I see before a bad. I say I waka, not see for a bad. I say I take go out. Dark night. Now this sleep last night. I go fuel for the country everywhere. Any police station you go, they don't lock and no fuel. I you see where they put a fat and see too many body fat because of fuel. I think I'm tired of very fat. Now I say that place where you go see, they come carry me go now I go back for me not see fuel for our area. Before me even see seven, yeah. I say see queue. I mean let me say I mean 50 person. Yeah, man, not be queue. You go stand. Not to go start to stand. So far, but I see the flag.
Okay. You see? If I call 2 other people here now to be 2 different things. So what about this? San Diego show. So now San Diego talk. So now let this conversation look like 2 equal guys. I'm older than you, I'm older than me. Because that's our characters, you understand? And let's take this fuel wahala into the family part now. Because we are family men. So let's go 2, 1, action. Man, my children don't sleep for nights.
Yeah,
They just cry like the heat, Even me like power, I'll sleep on top the tide, make it for cold my body. I'm not like, which one I have this one now?
Yeah, you won't go. Me, they sleep for outside for floor. Based on say everywhere hot inside house.
Snake go soon bite you.
No, I don't listen now. I just lock door. I don't lock door. Sleep for corridor.
So
my wife tell me say sleep.
You dey do no better. You want to do outside.
You build on the children the day the palace.
But this is sometimes outside you play. As long as you DJ do that. Stop. You see soundless sweet because it's two men talking and they're married and it's natural. So because now make a very long thing between what the first guy said and what this guy just said, let's write them into dialogue. But whoever is going to hear this, let's just write the essence of it, what they are going to say. Whoever is going to play it will allow this guy, will allow the guys to play. So it's very natural. You know what I'm trying to say? Then as they talk, they are talking. Only one person is not contributing. John. And then I think at the point when he says, they enjoy it, say, oh, outside, you know, your wife, you say, oh, I visit you outside, and everybody is laughing. At that point where the rest of them are laughing, John just say, my wife, they beat me. So you just quench the excitement, boom. There will not be silence. You understand? Why they beat you? And because we don't know yet that the other three guys was he beat them too. You understand? We feel say they know they talk because they know often. Everybody just shut up and say, hey, I wonder what they think now this guy why they beat them. No, I will not say why they beat them too. So what will happen now is that to allow that to water out, will allow John, because he has summed up the courage to say the first line, my wife they beat me. Let's give him like 1 minute to pour out his heart and his pain. You understand? So they beat me. As in, since the year when we married, now my wife don't beat me. Who have you tell? You know, the thing don't tire me. I make me just emotion, as in, it don't tire me. 9 years, I don't marry. My wife, they beat me. I small to remember my children for don't even see where they beat me one day. He's still talking, everybody's quiet. Anyhow, I just see my talk and make it come off my mind. And all the guys look at each other. The viewers are shocked. All of you are shocked. Then let's use the noisiest person, which is Mark, who we think Mark goes, bros, not be only you. Since you don't talk now, I just not be only you. My wife they beat me too. You're like, ah! You see how it's going. Now let's finish the dialogue. You guys finish it. So John has broken the ice. Mark has admitted like what beating you. Who's next? Because look like the person who is beating everybody. Who will make an assumption and say that one, who has not been beaten. So Matthew now. Matthew admits too. So Matthew can go, let's find a way that the world will come that let it be a good quality. So Matthew can go, Matthew can go, and you think that you want to say, Unawa the visa. You just go, So Matthew goes, and everybody looks at him, they feel like he wants to say, now like, so I just stay here. This is not me, my wife, they beat me. Now we know 300 their wives they beat them. They know what? Let's leave Luke. Let's leave it for a while. You know why? Let's play with the viewers' emotions, like I said. Let them feel like Luke not join all three of them. So this is where they will now, each of them will give a little detail of their personal struggles. The one who cannot touch her, John cannot touch his wife because he goes, it's not just because I'm a pastor. So this is the first time we are being joined as a pastor. It's not just because I'm a pastor. My wife is a sickler. Every other week she has a crisis. And I'm the one who runs up and down. But she has a bad temper. And the last thing where I feel do now to raise my hand and knock my wife. First of all, not the way they take training. Secondly, it's against I can't even do it. Not just because I'm a pastor, I'm a good person. I'm a child of God. So what I want to do? Let me say the rest of my life, my wife will beat me. And what I want to do? Then the other person goes, Mark, Abi? Mark goes, well, in your own case, now see your wife is sick. My wife, my wife na wrestler. If I try say I knack my wife when he knack me back, that means say I don die. So you see, that's why what he said now we are putting it in the story. So man, if I say I knack my wife, that means say me I don, because if you don kill me, I go see man talk and say my wife dey because I don die. And then people like, then who's next? Matthew goes, listen, you see this shop. When I called you guys together to say let's start this business, and we didn't have money, it was actually my father-in-law that gave me the money. That's why we could start this shop. So imagine me beating his daughter now. No business, no job. In fact, I'm finished. So now we are bringing their personal troubles to the limelight. And then when we start feeling like it's only Luke that is insulated, someone should tell me what Luke says.
Let's bring his wife in to come and
Tell me now, say it's not what you say.
let's bring Luke's wife in to come and disgrace him.
I like that man. So how do we introduce him?
We just see all of them complain, and Luke will be like,
So he's not saying
he's not saying anything, he's quiet, and then he wants to try to maybe it's either he's advising or probably pride or probably boasting, and then all of a sudden we see a woman busting.
Okay.
The same.
Let me give who's going to play you a task. Let me make the act of all the girls and I will follow you guys. So all of them talk finish. Look without you. We're say it loudly. He goes laugh from he laugh, he cry. You see? So when he's laughing, you think he's laughing at them. When he's laughing, why he couldn't cry? Those men, that's not by mistake, sort of was my friend.
You see how it's going now? He will laugh. So I want, sorry, between the four of you here who are going to act, who can do that look? I need someone that will not do 20 takes, maybe maximum 2 takes. You start, I don't audition you before, you don't have an audition. So I don't know whether the thing is still over there, you don't have chops there, you never chops there, I don't know, but I know you can do it because you came twice. First day you did it, came second day you did it. Is there someone else who thinks you can nail that? It is not easy, I can tell you for fact. Because what he does is that he's laughing. He will fool the viewers and even his friends into believing that he's laughing at them. But when he laughs and he laughs, turn to cry, we will say, okay, this laughter not be laugh at people, we will blast this guy again while too. And then he goes, not be by mistake, God take make us different. See all of us, 4 healthy men with their wives repeat them. Like, you. Question now is, how do we progress from this place? You said? How do we resolve this now? So there's a very serious wahala. There's a conflict here. 4 men who gets beaten up by their wives at home. Now they've all just confessed to each other. They've been friends all their lives, but they did not know. They just realized now that their wives beat them. How do we resolve this now?
We should no, tell me, don't say that. Never is the one I don't know.
For the wives to be beating the men, there's a reason why they do that. So we need to know the cause of why their wives beat them before we know how to solve the problem. So now we can see one of them because the wife suspects him of cheating. She's always accusing him and they get into a fight.
Okay, pause. So there is someone whose wife is suspicious that he might be having an affair. We don't have to put it into another phase of their conversation. Let it go with the person confessing that his wife beats him, and let it be part of it. So like the one that says his father ended up giving them the money. And he says, and to make matters worse, my wife thinks I'm having an affair. So she just comes. I go just sit down, she'll take something out my head like, that last time I came and I said I felt, no, my wife. So he has put his reason there. So everybody puts their reason with their confession about their real situation, so that I don't make it dry. Because I want this one whereby the moment Luke also makes us realize that his wife beats him, we are now at the high point of the story where we just need a twist to end it. Let's not overdrive it. Yeah, they need to seek for help. That's fact. We know that as we are thinking it. So do we have enough time in this movie to show how they went to seek for help? We don't want the movie to leave that place where they are. Now, if we make them say, we need to go and seek for help, or we need to, it's the obvious. We know they need to seek for help. So let's not make them say it. So do we lock them into the situation as part of our twist? Whereby maybe now all of a sudden, how did this whole dialogue start? With John's phone ringing, I mean? So after they all made their disclosures, can we make John's phone to start ringing again? And then this when someone will say, are you going to pick it? And while he's still looking at the phone, he hears people greeting behind, and he turns around. It's his wife. As he comes in front of her and says, So both a contrasting situation. The same way when they beat her publicly, even greet her, put in for girl, you're like, okay, I know my way they beat her with this. You get what I'm trying to say? So now when we exit this, okay, but this public display of respect and affection, people just get bad because guys don't talk as this. There isn't sufficient information about men who get beaten by their wives in public domain. So if we end this movie here, it is not faulty, because it's a discussion that is hardly engaged on. People don't engage in that discussion very often. So now we've just extracted it and shown that this exists, and when you see the men whose wives beat them, you almost cannot tell just by looking at the husband and wife that this is happening in their homes. If not, everybody will know. So convey those two messages, and let's leave the viewers to go and finish the story in their head. Do you think we can end it that way? You don't want us to end it that way. How do you want us to end it? You want us to be too preachy and say you need to go to heaven, you need to go to council. That's, you are being too preachy there, because that's what we know. Don't say it. But what do you have in mind? The moral lesson. It's not about moral lesson. You've highlighted a prevalent problem in society that nobody is talking about. You don't have to be the teacher giving moral lesson. Let the viewers realize that this happens and this needs to be talked about, and let people go and take action about it. Exactly. It's not about moral lesson. But if you want to talk about moral lesson, we're talking about true character of 4 able-bodied men who could beat their wives, apart from 1. 3 able-bodied men who could beat their wives but have decided not to beat their wives even once because they are principled men. So I can put out a lot of moral lessons for you, but that's not our goal. Our goal is to highlight the prevalent problem that nobody is talking about, and to show how even visually, when you see the people who suffer from these things, their marriages do not even make you know that it's happening, because they might be all loving and shining outside with their wives, but they are suffering in silence at home. So we've achieved that goal. So we don't need to put another moral lesson. You understand what I'm trying to say? So what I'm going to do now is that from everything we said, I'm not going to touch it. You guys put together the screenplay, then I'll start preparing for shoots. Yeah. Who's putting together the screenplay? Oga, 2 of you. With everybody else, but let's have a screenplay in 30 minutes. It's not so long. We know the parts that we are going to adlib when we are talking about our first cast, but you know the points that you'll be adlibbing with, so it's very simple. So let's do this. Princess, what are you wanting to? Who's going to be the wife? Princess looks like the kind of man that you see and you be like, this one ain't the beast man. Now she be the wife. Or if you have anybody who looks more innocent in this whole place, is there anybody like that? Now she gets baby face pass. Oh yeah, let's go. This movie is going to be 10 minutes long, so let's hurry up. And what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to go out with two people, the guys in the camera department. We'll go now. We are going to prepare a quick location permit letter and go to look at how we know so we'll come here before and all that. But not many up like say because now the proper process with this. We'll keep it very short so it's not too wordy and all that. So that they can say just at least just sign say you agree for us to use it. I mean not like say we just going. No, that's very cumbersome. We'll go to the places we went to and just tell them see. So we have to go to a facility manager. Okay, so if we go to a facility manager, hold on. If we go to you see what we are doing here is we are not trying to cut corners. This is a filmmaking training, right? So everything I'm trying to do is standard operating system. This is what you must do when you make a movie. So I don't want us to make this movie and we cannot show that we followed all the processes right. So if it means facility manager, that means with only one note from facility manager, we've already spoken to the people one by one, Abi. We'll just say some several locations that we want and we've spoken to them already and they've agreed, but we said we should come and tell you because you are the facility manager. Abi? That's why we are doing this. See, those ones is the people we talk to. We can't. But it's their promises. But you are using their promises as in the court. We are not using court. Okay, so in that case, since you know everything, take charge of all the letters and the permits. Make sure they are in the next 30 minutes. Make sure we have all the permits. Keep it very short. Oh, we are doing a training. We want to shoot use skits. We want to shoot a movie skit and all that, and we just want to quickly shoot here. It will last. Just say maximum 1 hour should be done. Even though I'm sure we're doing less than 30 minutes, just say maximum 1 hour because the exterior we're not setting up lights. So just say maximum of 1 hour will be done and the other responsibility. You guys, screenplay is your responsibility. Let me do my storyboard. So any part of the screenplay you finish, give me. Let me start doing the storyboard.